Hey everyone, I'm back again, and I want to talk about two movies I just finished watching recently. Shout out to everybody that got snow and got snowed in and got to take a little break from work. But the bills are still coming, and we still got to get back to work. But I want to discuss The Bad Seed and The Bad Seed Returns. These both are Lifetime movies. One, The Bad Seed was actually originally they had an older one that came out years and years ago. Let's see what year the original came out. And if I'm not mistaken, the older one, the 1956 one, is still on Tubi. Is it? Nope, they took it off of Tubi. But it was a 1956 one, and it's a really deep dive. I never seen that one, but I've seen the remake. Now, the first one is The Bad Seed. When a tragedy takes place at a daughter's school, a man is forced to question everything he thought he knew about his beloved girl. He slowly begins to suspect that she played a role in the horrific accident. Then The Bad Seed returns. I will be discussing both movies. Both were played by the same young girl from not the original, but The Bad Seed that came out in 2018. And then the remake came out, the second one came out in 2022. Now, stick with me because I'm about to unpack a lot of craziness. Now, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You don't want to miss any of my updates. And again, I am your girl, Alfia Williams. I am the owner of the Lifetime Movie fan page on Facebook, Lifetime Movie Club fan page on Facebook. Let's deep dive into this movie. So the movie opens up with a little girl named Emma. Her dad name's Dave. Dave is like a hardworking single dad or whatever. Well, he's a widow dad. His wife died. Emma's mom died. And I guess that Emma gets her traits from her mother, from what we were kind of told a little bit in the first beginning of the movie. And she has an aunt. Her name is Angela. Now, Angela doesn't really believe that her niece is capable of doing these bad things. Neither was her dad at first. Until Emma does, she's already unalived somebody else before. But she ends up unaliving her classmate, Milo. Milo ends up winning an award, and Emma is not very happy. So she goes off where a cliff is at. They're off in the woods, and they end up on a cliff where some water is. And Milo is not a swimmer. He's actually scared of water. So he wouldn't actually get into the water. So somehow he ends up in the water, and he sadly drowns. And some people saw Emma with him, like leading off into like the cliff or whatever, or to the woods or whatever. And, she tries to cover it up because she ends up, she takes his medal from him, and she ends up pushing him overboard. And he was like, I can't swim. And it's really, really sad. She was trying to leave, and then while they were trying to leave, there was a scream. So I said, oh my God, come quick. And it's Milo. They pull him out of the water, and they try to resuscitate him, but unfortunately, he passes away. And a lot of events happen. Emma ends up getting a babysitter because her aunt was like, she's too busy to watch her because her aunt is like a doctor, a pediatrician, whatever. And we learned about that in the second movie. And a lot of things happen. Miss Elise, which is Emma's teacher in the movie, she kind of plays a close eye on Emma, and she kind of knows something off. Emma ends up unaliving her too. They had a wasp nest in their house. Well, not in their house, but outside their house. And Emma ends up like taking it down and putting it in Miss Ellis' car because Miss Ellis came to the house with the director, and they're talking to Emma's dad, David, about the incident that happened with Milo. And they really didn't discuss, and they was about to ask Emma's dad, David, something about Emma, and Emma fakes an incident and cuts her arm with some glass because she was reaching for some cookies. But she did it on purpose. It was a lot of stuff. Emma was really, 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 really a bad child. Unfortunately, in the end of the movie, I'm going to give a major spoiler alert. If you haven't watched The Bad Seed, I hope you can watch it. It currently came on last year, and I recorded it. And I just got around to watching it this month. Oh my God, like y'all. And I've heard people say stuff about The Bad Seed, but y'all, I was not ready. It was a really good movie. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The other movie, we didn't get Emma. They never got justice for what Emma did, because Emma was just a bad child. Because even in the second movie, she went to go live with her aunt and her husband, and they had a child, Cade, and he was a baby, and Emma tried to get him unalive too. And her aunt actually figured out what it was, how her niece was, but unfortunately she didn't make it to the end either. And it's just like, y'all, even in the second movie, a girl from her old school came named Katie, knew who she was, because she actually, when she came in the second movie, Emma invited her to sit with her and her friends, and she was like, I know who you are. And she's like, huh? She's like, basically she knows everything about what Emma did, and she tried to take her down, and unfortunately she doesn't get to take Emma down either. I mean, I don't know. They could actually make a third one, because I want to see Emma go down, because Emma never went down. I'm like, bruh, what the heck? She done got all y'all. She done tricked all of y'all, and it was crazy. Emma was just, she really had whatever her mom had, and it passed down to her. And her daddy was trying to unalive her in the first movie. And then, unfortunately, if you haven't watched The Bad Seed, a major spoiler alert, the dad ends up getting unalived, but not by Emma. He tried to unalive her. He tried to give her some hot chocolate, because her favorite drink is hot chocolate. And he came in there giving her both drinks. She's like, well, can I get some extra whipped cream? Why does this fool sit the drinks down on the nightstand and say, yeah, of course? And he goes to go get him, like, this girl gonna switch the drinks. We didn't see it, but then it looks like he went to go take a nap and she went to go take a nap. They laid down or whatever. And because he told his sister, he said it's already done or whatever. Because he's talking to his sister, he said she's crazy. And the sister wasn't trying to hear it. Her Auntie Angela was not trying to hear it. And Auntie Angela ends up regretting not listening to it. It was too late on the second movie, because she gets unalived. And her husband and the baby that they had, Cade, ends up with Emma, but they're supposed to go to like a foster parent or whatever. And I'm like, bro, y'all can make another movie. We still got time, because that last one was made in 2022. I want to see a part 3. Shoot, a Lifetime. If you're listening to this, I need a part 3 to The Bad Seed, because you can actually, but don't keep like they keep making more movies and they're beating a dead horse. No, they can actually, because they left it that way. I need Emma to go down on the third one, because she was a crazy little girl, and I thought Kate was gonna take her down, but unfortunately she gets unalived too. And it's just like, oh my God. Just some of the things she did. She led the baby out there with some Cheerios to the swimming pool, trying to unalive him. Her uncle was working on a car, old school car, and she ends up like releasing like the jack, whatever, because it was raised up in the air, and it fell on him and it crushed him. He was out there for a while before the aunt knew, because she told her aunt. Her aunt was like, well, I could take you to a sleepover she had for one of her friends. And it was crazy. And Kate was like, we went to school together. And they was like, oh, you and Emma must have been best friends. Kate was like, no, we were not best friends. She tricked me on purpose, and she stole my watch. I was like, dang, she remember when she stole the watch? Because I remember on the first movie, she did steal her watch. But I didn't know that was the same girl. I was like, okay, who was Katie? Me and my cousin was trying to figure out, because we was watching the movie together. The second one was. We started watching the first one, but I finished watching the first one on my own. But she came back and watched the end with me. But the second one we watched from beginning to end. Like, y'all, Emma was crazy, cray, like to the point where you was just like, is Emma gonna get caught? Emma killed her friend's dog, and I'm just like, bruh, Emma is crazy. It pissed my cousin off. She's like, man, I can't even watch this no more. She said, man, I said it was good. She said, man, it was just crazy, because Emma never got caught. Because Emma never got caught, even at the end when she had met a guy or whatever, and in the second movie, and he liked her. She's like, well, I don't like him, whatever, and she had him fooled too. And I'm like, bruh, what the hell? Because her aunt was like, I know about you. Her aunt went into the burning house, and she was trying to save her husband, and she couldn't save her husband. They both end up dying. And I'm just like, bruh, I'm so mad. It's just like, oh my God. But I do want you guys to check out The Bad Seed and The Bad Seed Returns. I'm sure it's probably on Amazon Prime. I usually tell people when movies come on, hopefully it comes on again so you guys can watch, because y'all need to record, because The Bad Seed and The Bad Seed Returns, the remake 2018 and 2022, are off the chain. They were like some amazing movies, and I really enjoyed them. But I really hope Lifetime makes a third one. If not, oh well. But The Bad Seed and The Bad Seed Return was a must see. I would recommend it to anybody to watch, because The Bad Seed and The Bad Seed returns, it was like, oh my God, we need justice, because Emma needs to go down. She needs to go to the hospital, whatever you call it, because this is crazy. Because her dad got unalived, her nanny got unalived, her teacher, Mrs. Ellis, her friend Milo, her so-called friend Milo, classmate, got unalived, and then her friend Kate got unalived, her aunt, and then her uncle. And I'm just worried about the baby, because at first she didn't like the baby. Now all of a sudden she liked the baby. I'm like, oh God, poor baby. Hope the baby don't get turned to her psycho ways too. Like, there's so many things that they can turn into for The Bad Seed. So I hope you guys liked my review, and I hope you guys get to check out The Bad Seed and The Bad Seed Returns. That's all for tonight. Thank you. Have a good night.